in, this is Optibotimus coming with another video review. And thanks to the folks at Playmates Toys, today I'll be taking a look at the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles classic version of Donatello. My absolute favorite character from the Ninja Turtles. Finally, in an animated kind of adult collector form, I am super stoked for this figure. Now, if NECA made the definitive versions of the comic book series, I really am kind of hoping that this will be the definitive version of Donatello from the animated series. Now, his bow is actually kind of loose in there, which, yeah, whatever. But you can see nice animation here of our fun-loving turtles, kind of goofy little guys that they are. Classic packaging. Absolutely beautiful. I love the blister on here, how it really kind of resembles a container with ooze kind of molded in on the top. I would have loved it if that was somehow painted. That would have just absolutely been awesome, and I would have gone like geektastic. I love the, I really love the city sewer thing stamped here on the top. I think it's awesome. Flip it around here on the back, you see the other characters and figures that are in the line. With San Diego Comic-Con coming up, from what I hear from Playmates, they are going to have some special surprises for us collectors. Hopefully we're going to see more of these classic figures. That's really what I got my fingers crossed for. But you can definitely see a difference in terms of the colors. This is how the actual animation looked. And then these are kind of how the animation looked, plus a mixture of how the toys looked. As you can see, the color is the biggest thing. They were all kind of the same neon green color. They all have different colors, much like the vintage toys, which is very cool. Come around here to the top, and it says, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are back like never before in collector quality figures. Featuring 34 points of articulation, signature weapons, and classic sewer cover bases, these perfect old school cartoon recreations will leave you screaming, cowabunga. And it also says about the Turtles, catapulted from indie comic origins to superstardom by the original MWS animated series, TMNT ran on air for nearly a decade from 1987 to 1996, and ranked #1 in ratings for an unprecedented 5 straight years. Featured in over 190 episodes, the fun-loving, shell-kicking teens are still recognized around the world and fondly remembered by fans with every bite of pizza. And you're darn tootin'. So, I am super excited about Donatello. Let's get this guy open and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have Donatello opened up and out of its packaging. And as many of you know, Donatello is my favorite Ninja Turtle. And this figure is just so very cool. All these Ninja Turtles are absolutely incredible. The amount of detail on here, the amount of posability on here, these things really are extraordinary figures. Now, one kind of sort of problem that I do have with this one, Donnie looks like his eyes are going outward, the opposite of cross-eyed. They're going outward, and it's really kind of unfortunate. Because it really makes it look very, very goofy. Now, that being said, I mean, other than that, I don't have any problems with this figure at all. Other than, it's just, this eye looks behind him while this one kind of looks forward, so it's just really very fun. Now, for his accessories, like the other Turtles, he does come with his figure stand. It says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Donatello across the bottom. Beautiful texture on here, absolutely awesome. I love the way that this is designed. So fun. I love the fact that they include that. Now, a lot of companies don't include figure stands, but for adult collectible figures, I really think that they should automatically come with them. And what Playmates is doing right here with these guys and including figure stands that are that nice, I really think that it should set a precedent for every other adult collectible company out there. Whether or not that happens, that's another story. Now, he also does come with his bow, which is absolutely awesome, or his bow staff, I should say. You got the nice white kind of paint in the middle here, kind of replicating tape, I suppose, and then a pretty nice dark brown color. Very, very cool. And this slips right in his back. And now, I mean, that is just an absolute cool look for this guy. So very cool. Now, I'm going to take this out because I want to talk about something real quick. Now, a lot of these videos I've been talking about how there's a hybrid here between the cartoon look and the toy. And one of the kind of very cool toy aspects is the fact that this can actually detach. Well, I've recently discovered that this entire thing can come off. Now, you can take this off, you wrap it around, and this actually pegs in, just like so. And that entire thing now can come off, and you can have a naked Donatello running around, and look at me! I'm I'm streaking! Woo! Look at me! I don't know what the hell that was.
Well, that was dumb.
So that's absolutely fantastic. Now, I noticed this on the other turtles. They all do it, including the ones with the strap that goes over their shoulders, like Donatello and Leonardo. And then to put it back on, you just kind of bring this around, and where's that little peg? Like I said, it's just a little hole. You just snap that right back in there, wrap this around, tuck it up underneath the bottom of his shell, and make sure that you line up the holes here. And I gotta make sure I do that so that it fits in there properly, and then bring this close in, and but there you go. And oh, well, are you in there all the way? Yeah. I mean, that's absolutely cool. I love the fact that you can actually do that. That just gives another element of a feel in terms of the vintage toy line when it comes to this actual new character. And I love this. I think it's wonderful. Like I said, the hybrid look between the two, where you get the look of the toy from the original cartoon series and the look of the original cartoon series itself, is just absolutely mind-blowing. So very cool. Now, in terms of his articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so you get a slight range of motion with it. I do kind of wish that there was an extra joint in there, maybe just to really kind of give it a much better feel. And I just discovered that I can pull off Donatello's head. I decapitated my favorite turtle, but the cool thing about that is you might be able to actually, at some point in time, get Playmates to create a new variant for this figure where they don't have to do anything with the body, just do a new head and put the new head on there where they're smiling, which I've mentioned I would absolutely buy another set like that in a heartbeat. That would be absolutely cool. Now the shoulders here are on pin and socket joints, so they move in and out, rotate all the way around. They also rotate here at the bicep, so they go doo-doo-doo-doo, like that. Like that. He has double jointed elbows, very cool. The wrists, they rotate, and they also move forward and back. So a little bit of articulation there. So neat. So neat. So you can almost get him doing kind of like, let me see if I can sort of replicate that. Well, we'll just have him do a headstand. Will you do it, Donnie? Let's see. Come on. I'm just, nah. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff with these figures and their articulation. The fingers are also individually articulated. Both go forward and back. They also rotate just a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit. The thumb rotates all the way around, moves back and forth. Nice range of motion there. He does have the upper ab crunch, but again, because of the shoulder strap here, kind of limits it. It makes it harder to do some things, but you can get a good range of motion with it when that's not actually attached to him. The hips here are on ball joints, so perfect range of motion. In fact, I'm trying to, yeah, those do look like ball joints, and they're going straight down, which for me really makes this leg cut here kind of pointless. I don't see what the point is in honestly having it. Like I said, you can rotate it perfectly fine with this ball joint up here. You don't need that joint. So, I don't know. The knees here are on double joints, so you can get a good range of motion. You can actually have him almost kick his face. The toes here, all articulated. The ankle rotates back and forth, just like so. Absolutely amazing. The articulation on this, unbelievable. There's so much that you can do with a figure that has this much articulation that it just makes it an absolute joy and pleasure and just fun to play with. And it's so awesome. Now again, all these figures have very firm grips on their hands. So you are going to hold this, well, if I do it right, once you get it squeezed in there, it's holding it. Here, straighten that out. I mean, that's not coming out of his hand, as you can see. So very nice that holds on there as well as it does. I mean, I know a lot of people were concerned about that, and rightly so. I mean, it would be something that, you know, initially I was a little concerned about. Now, getting them to actually hold things sometimes can be a pain in the butt, but I mean, really, having a super articulated Ninja Turtle really should never be a bad thing. And Donatello being my favorite is no exception to that. Now, Donatello, as well as his 3 other brothers, will be available next month at all major retailers. And these are sure to fly off the shelves as soon as they're put out there. I really think that these look fantastic, and without a doubt, in my opinion, are the definitive versions of the cartoon version that we've ever gotten before. These figures really are an absolute joy to have, and I am so very happy to have them. And I'm absolutely convinced that other Ninja Turtle fans are going to love these as well. But that's about it, guys. So once again, thank you for tuning in and taking this look at the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Donatello figure from the upcoming Classics line from Playmate Toys. And until next time, this has been Optibotimus. Thank you for tuning in. I'll talk to you later.